Hello everybody, welcome back to this game programming tutorial series in Just Basic. Today what we're going to do is learn about the SpriteCollides command. What it will do is take a list of all the sprites that are colliding with the character and dump it into a string variable. So, basically my idea, every time it runs through timer tick, it'll test for collisions. So I'm going to make a subroutine out of it. So go sub, call it collision test. Go down here, make that branch. And since it's a subroutine, you end it with return. Alright. So right here at the top, what we're going to do is issue the SpriteCollides command. With MC is the one we're interested in, and dump it in a variable called list. And so basically what that does is every sprite is in this list. So for example, this will be an example of this string. Say block 45, whoops, that would be one. And then there's a space, and then be block 164, let's say. Maybe there'll be another one later on that is connected to maybe an enemy, you know. So it'll have every sprite, just every sprite name dumped in here, separated by spaces. I feel like this is kind of annoying, so I never really know a great way to handle this. So what I do is I work out an awkward way of converting each of these into its own array element. So I have kind of an awkward way of doing that. Have this loop here for I equals 1 to basically the length of that string. How many characters there are in it. And there's a function for that called len. So what we're doing here is searching for spaces. And then we'll have to index it first of all, this will index the array, and J will keep track of the last space we came to. Alright, so if where we're at is a space, and here's how I do that. Use the mid command, and what this does is it takes a middle chunk out of this variable, starting at I and going 1 to the left. So that should be one character. And if it's a space, then we'll do this. We'll increase we'll increase n by 1, and we'll set up this array called SpriteCollides of n, and we'll say that equals the midsection from of list from the last space that we had come to, or the beginning one. So J, and then over how many? Well, if you kind of draw a little schematic, it looks like where we're at minus the last space. And so then J is now the new I plus 1. So end the if, and next. So now what we've done is we've separated all of these out into an array element. Now what we want to do is check to see if one of these is a block, because if it's a block, then he's hit a wall, and he should stop or turn around, because we don't want him to walk through the wall. So how should we do that? For I equals 1 to n, if the left 5 of of list is block. Forgot my equals. Then what do? I'm just going to have him change direction. My original thought was to have him stop, but I don't like that because then he's still touching the wall and he'll never be able to go anywhere. Oh yeah, one other thing. This'll say he's touching 2 blocks. This'll happen twice, and so we'll be back to our original MCDX and MCDY. He'll keep going the same direction. So I guess I'll have some random logic variable. I'll just call it that for now. Logic variable equals 0, and so we'll include that condition and if. We don't need if again. Random logic var equals 0, and then what we can just do is say random logic var is now 1. Okay? Alrighty. I think that's all we need. Let's try this out and see if it works. Uh-oh. He's stuck. Well, I'll have to just work on that. There. I'll have to fix that. See, the problem was, it looks like to me, is that he goes in a little ways, and he's still in there by the time it reaches the SpriteCollides for the second time. In the next video, I'll fix that. Alright, but this video is just to give you some idea of how to deal with the SpriteCollides command and work all this stuff out. So hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next one.